What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Sweetchins is back. Whoop whoop. And Dragon Age Inquisition is like, okay, I think it's like less than a week from release date now. So I think it's so very important that we think about what race and what class we're going to play as. Because we can't just turn up on this game and think, what should I play? Because then you'll be at that customization screen for freaking hours, and there's a chance you may play for hours with one character and then you delete him because you want to be another class because you didn't pick the right class first time because you don't know, there's just so much going on. So you just have to prepare mentally. These sort of games, these ain't games. You can't think these are games, okay? These are like life. You gotta think this shit through. Dragon Age Inquisition is meant to be a huge game. I mean, I hear people playing for 85 hours on this game. Yes, 85 hours. They may have completed it and stuff, but there's still a shitload more to do. Someone played 45 hours. He's a third of the way through the story. This is unreal. I have to think what race and what class I'm going to be, because I don't want to create a character like, I don't want to be like a dwarf, and then I see like a Qunari 30 hours into my game, him all like bulked up with awesome armor, and then me thinking, why the fuck did I not pick a Qunari? So yes, going through the list of races you can be. You can be a human. That's quite obvious that you can be that. You could be an elf. They will be Dalish. You could be a Qunari. I don't know what they'll be, but they'll be a Qunari. And you can be a dwarf. No one likes dwarves. So out of them four, one I'll definitely not be is a dwarf. The reason I don't want to be a dwarf, and it's not against small people or anything like that, because I'm kind of small myself, 5'7". It's not that tall these days. Everyone seems to be 6 foot lately. Bastards. It's just the fact that if I'm a dwarf and you're romancing someone, you've got the height issue. Because I always play as a male character. And don't go on, they look kind of cool in Inquisition, but I don't know. I just don't know. Like, if I'm a dwarf warrior, well, they can't even be a rogue because they've got the biggest feet ever, so they're not going to be silent. If I'm like a dwarf warrior, will that Qunari warrior be scared of me? Some freaking 10-foot Qunari against a 3-foot dwarf. I think the outcome's pretty clear there. So the other three races we got that are maybe is a human, an elf, or a Qunari. I was an elf in Inquisition, a human in Dragon Age 2 because I was forced to, but an elf in Inquisition because what I like to do, I like to be, what do you call it? I like to be discriminated against. Well, I don't like that in real life, but in the game, you know, I was beaten down. I had a shit house. I lived in poverty, but I saved the world. Okay, I like that because then my warden stands as a symbol that elves shouldn't be discriminated on. You know, he changed society right there. That's kind of what a Qunari is kind of like in Inquisition. After the events of Dragon Age 2, you know, Qunari trying to take over and shit, they're kind of going to be hated against and feared because they're so big. So do I play a Qunari? That will be something I will consider. A human, humans can be cool, but you know, humans are up their own asses. And not to mention, I'm a human myself. When I play a video game, I just try to like to escape realism sometimes. So yeah, it may be an elf again, I'm not too sure. I really just need to look at how the body build is and stuff, you know. And I'll probably, honestly, this is all God's honesty, spend like 3 hours just creating a character. I might spend an hour creating like the best human ever. And I think, maybe I want to be an elf. And then I'll just spend another hour creating an awesome elf. You know, I just have to see all the different varieties in that. Might start the game, see another elf and think, he's got better hair than me. I'm so going back to character creation. One thing with Qunari though, they are really tall. So, romancing, no, that'd be alright, but it just depends. I don't know. Sometimes, because I'm not tall in real life, even though I do like to escape it with a game, I don't always like to overtower people, you know. I'm not a bully. So like I said, it's out of them three, clearly. So, but the main thing is class. What class are we gonna be? You know, you have to think this. Like we say, I just have to play the class that I find most fun, which is why I may even play multiplayer first, just so I can get a feel for each class. Because mages, I used to hate magic in game. I do not know why, But mages, I was always like, ugh, wearing a bloody dressing gown and a stick. Come on. But I have to admit, Dragon Age 2, they were fun to play as. And even Dragon Age, they were Origins, okay? But I don't know, they look pretty cool to play as, because like, you're whacking all your staff and that. But sometimes I don't like it if someone just runs up to me and whacks me, I'm dead. It's kind of like, oh. You know, I don't always like to be the one protected. I know I may look innocent and completely helpless, but sometimes I don't like to be the damsel in distress. And that's one thing, like if I do end up playing as a mage, I know a lot of people are playing as Qunari Mage, but my problem is there with a Qunari Mage. Right, the Qunari's like 10 foot tall. He's 7, I don't know, but he's freaking big. So maybe he's 10 foot, I don't know, but he's big, okay? Let's not get pissed off on details. But okay, the Qunari is massive, and if he's a mage, that's cool, because he's like this bulking thing. He's firing fireballs, he's doing lightning, he's doing awesome shit. But let's just say there's a dwarf warrior that I'm fighting, and he runs up to my Qunari Mage. It's kind of like an elephant with a mouse then. This dwarf warrior will fuck me up in one hit if he hits me. So I don't want to be some 11-foot thing running away from a 3-foot dwarf. A ginger one maybe, you know. And I've got to run away. I've got to be like, ah! You know, with my staff, and I've got to probably try and prod him off, but he'll just whack my shin, and then I'm fucked. So Qunari Mage, I just don't know if that'll be happening. It just will not be happening, okay? If I be a Qunari, I'm being a freaking warrior, okay? Rogue's kind of out of the question. How the fuck is an 11-foot bloody bull minotaur thing gonna sneak around? He's not. So if I'm Qunari, it'll probably be a warrior, which will look awesome, you know? A big freaking tank of armour and plate steel, maybe with a sword and shield or a two-hand, I don't know. But in Dragon Age 2, I did play as a rogue, I played as an archer, and I really did enjoy that. Dragon Age Origins, sorry, sword and bald, you know, kind of motions. Yeah, archer was really fun in Dragon Age 2, and I did enjoy that. So it's different, because I always like to play on the front lines, but I took a back step, okay? I took a step back. Okay. But this time, they got a tactical camera again, and on normal difficulty, they say you don't really have to use it if you don't want to. There's some, obviously, bosses that you do need to use it. Maybe not. But you can play it as an action game in that. Which is why I'm thinking of playing Warrior. You know, I do love me a bit of plate steel, a nice shield and a flowing cape. But also in the game now, you have where, to say if a mage freezes an enemy and then you're a warrior with a two-handed weapon, you can do like your two-handed massive meteorite blow strike, and it'll shatter the enemy. It'll do double damage because you've like combined your class's powers together. It's awesome, okay? So one thing why I might be a warrior, because if I'm the warrior, I'd rather my entire whole party die and my warrior, my Inquisitor, my main character be the one left standing. I don't like it when someone else finishes a battle. I'm the main character here, okay? It's all about me! But in all seriousness, I do like to be the last one standing. So yeah, so I kind of like to be a warrior in that sense, because I don't have to worry about myself as much. I can control the others, you know, on what to do while I'm taking all this shit. I'm slashing away at my sword. While I can say to the mage, I know, blaze of flames, or archer, shoot some arrows, you know. And you got Varric is kind of like the rogue archer. So that's kind of cool, because I need to think of party banter as well. This is the problem. Look, the only straight person I think I can romance is that Cassandra. I know there's that Josephine, but don't even get me started, bitch. So it looks like it's Cassandra, and I don't have to be a sword and board or two-hander. It's the thing, because she's a sword and boarder. So, you know, oh my god, my light! It's back. So, you know, I just don't know on that front of who to be, because you got to think of companions, you know. Like, I really wanted Cole in my party, okay, but I never normally like to have rogues in a party in any of my games unless they're archers, because I find them, they're just like one-man people, you know. They're so hard to use, in my opinion. I know for others they can do it because they're like tactical geniuses, but I'm a freaking cabbage when it comes to tactics. I'll just be like, all charge, and we'll have like all mages and we'll just get fucking raped. But yeah, so party banter and stuff, so I've got to think of that, you know. Got to see who's interested in it, if they're like a necessity. Because if they're not a necessity, I've got to consider them not being allowed in my party, okay? But then they may have the banter, the wit, you know, they may have all that charisma. I've got to think who I want. I wouldn't mind playing as a rogue, but I've always just found them hard to control. They die easy, and don't really, they're good at sneaking and that, and doing massive damage, but only on one character, you know. Sorry, I had a bit gas then. But, you know, this is why I need to play online first, I think, because I have to see what class is most fun to play. That's always the main thing. If they're fun to play, hey, I'm not complaining. But yeah, rogue, I don't know. Maybe I'll look at some, because I'm getting this game Christmas, okay? I like to have a bit of excitement in my life, so I'm going to wait for Christmas. It's going to feel like I'm an insomniac up to that point, but I'm going to wait, because I want Christmas to be awesome. So maybe I'll watch some Let's Plays a bit, you know, a few videos, just to see how the gist of a class, you know? But yeah, so I guess we'll just have to see. So you got to consider the look of your character, if they're fun to play, if they work well with their companions. Yeah, because some romances are race-gated. Racist, I know, but it's true. It just depends. It really depends on how I'm feeling when I'm creating that awesome character. It depends how much, if I'm in a food coma on Christmas Day, you know, I could be delusional. The alcohol, Christmas pudding, everything could just change my mind. Make me want to play as something else. Fat Qunari. So I think I'm leaning towards an elf. Maybe a warrior elf. But I don't know, sometimes they're skinny in their armour. So maybe a human, who knows. Sometimes you've got to go bland. So yeah, please tell me what race you're thinking of playing as, or what class you're thinking of playing as. Descriptions on why you want to play as them and stuff like that. I'm always so interested. This is a great thing about RPGs, guys, is that no one plays the game the same. You know, everyone, your personality shines through to some extent with the character you create, and that's what I love. And I love, because I'm a nosy little bitch, I love to know what everyone else's character's like. So please tell me in the comments what you're going to make and stuff, and if you even get an Inquisition, because if you're not getting it, then why are you watching this video? See ya!